Hideaway Holly is reportedly the former This Morning presenter's new nickname. Squirreled away in her £6 million London mansion, which is apparently still guarded, it seems that Holly is happy to steer clear of the limelight. Well, at least for the time being. However, it doesn't seem to stop the newspapers from printing a myriad of stories about the former golden girl of British television. After shopping centre security guard Gavin Plumb recently appeared at Chelmsford Crown Court to plead not guilty to 3 criminal charges relating to an alleged plot to kidnap and murder her, it's now emerged that the criminal proceedings have left Holly Willoughby in limbo. Holly's life could not be more different to how it was a year ago, and it has taken some adjustment, said one friend. There was a time when she was dashing around as a busy mum of 3, but now she has got much more time to spend with her family and having some time away from the cameras. She is much more of a homebody at the moment, and who knows when that will change. For many years she has been one of the most visible faces in the celebrity world. But Holly Willoughby hasn't been seen publicly since Plumb's arrest at the beginning of last month. She is said to be spending most of her time at the fancy home that she shares with her husband Dan Baldwin and their 3 children Harry, 14, Belle, 12, and 9-year-old Chester. It is perhaps a very much needed downtime for Holly, who some years ago was so busy that she pulled out of heading up a lifestyle brand with her friend and Dragon's Den star Peter Jones so she could spend the time with her family. But now she faces making one of the biggest decisions of her working life: if and when to return to television after she quit the This Morning sofa after 14 years. Holly, though, as it stands, is apparently due to return to host ITV's Sunday night show, Dancing on Ice, in January, which she previously hosted alongside her former bestie Phillip Schofield, but that has not yet been confirmed. It would be her only commitment, if she actually follows through with it, despite the BBC being desperate to poach her from ITV. It is said there are no plans in the pipeline, yet it was recently reported Holly Willoughby is the favourite choice to front the show Gladiators, which is being produced by her husband Dan Baldwin, and insiders claim BBC bosses are eyeing her up as the new Ulrika Jonsson, who presented the original show. Holly, who left her role on This Morning last month, will apparently join forces with Bradley Walsh and his son Barney on the show. The first series of the reboot was filmed this year with the duo at the helm and will air in January, more than 30 years after the 1990s version aired on ITV. The new format could see Holly join the current hosts for the second series of the iconic show, which would be filmed over next summer. A source said, "The BBC love Brad and Barney, but it's also been proved Brad and Holly have an amazing dynamic as they featured together on the BBC show Take Off." Since Holly's departure from This Morning, lots of channels and broadcasters have been thinking about what she could bring to their shows. And as she's such a big star, she's a natural fit for a huge entertainment show, which the reboot of Gladiators unquestionably is. The source added that BBC bosses will let the first series air before commencing talk with Holly's people. So are the rumours true? Or is this just another attempt to keep Holly Willoughby's name in the limelight for a much bigger reason? Well, it was said just last month that BBC chiefs were set to swoop on Holly in a bid to tempt her over to the broadcaster while her future at ITV was in doubt. Executives at the BBC were said to be discussing potential ways to entice the presenter over to them as the face of some of their biggest shows. Holly has been on the BBC's radar for some time and attended last year's Variety Show Business Awards as their guest of honour alongside Chief Content Officer Charlotte Moore. Her family-friendly image and bubbly personality is apparently seen by the BBC as the perfect combination to be the face of entertainment at the broadcaster. The tentative move to woo Holly was made last year in the wake of the public outrage over Qgate, which saw her and Phillip Schofield avoid waiting in line with the rest of the public to see the late Queen Elizabeth II lying in state. Less than a year on, things have changed dramatically for the star, who has now quit the long-running daytime show to focus on her family. She had allegedly been given a significant pay rise to stay on at This Morning in the wake of the scandal when Phil quit in May, after admitting to lying about his relationship with a younger colleague. Yet reports suggesting that she had renewed her contract, which is due to expire in December, have now been dismissed, with sources at ITV saying that they are giving her space and time to decide what she wants to do. Meanwhile, her friends have revealed that it might be some time before she makes a comeback. A source close to Holly said, "She just doesn't know what to do." During her difficulties, she has not been short of love and support, in particular from her A-list girl gang. Former All Saints singer Nicole Appleton, Spice Girl Emma Bunton, and ITV presenter Christine Lampard are all regularly in touch with her. Also in the group, who share their nights out together on Instagram are PR guru Nikki DeMetz and Ciara Bell, who is head of artist relations at Universal Music. One source said, "Holly has been so grateful for her girls in the last year. It has been tricky to navigate it all, but they have been there for her every step of the way. They have managed to put a smile on her face when it has felt impossible. The girls are usually planning fun days and nights out together, but right now their priority is to cheer up Holly. Nothing is too much for them. It's really rather lovely and heartwarming to know she has such strong female friendships." Her friend continued, "You wouldn't wish what Holly has had to go through in the past year or so on anyone. It has been a nightmare for her. We all just hope that things get better for her really soon." However, with the results of ITV's independent inquiry looming, could Holly Willoughby's annus horribilis not quite be over? Public opinion is that she lied about knowing of the relationship between her former bestie Phillip Schofield and a young runner, who has, for now at least, remained suspiciously quiet. Will the elusive former lover at the center of the Schofield scandal get the chance to have his say in December? We wait, with bated breath. In August, it was reported that Holly had at that time already spoken to the barrister in charge of the inquiry and that she had fully complied and cooperated with everything that had been asked of her by the KC. Whether she has contributed any further information since that time remains unknown. This morning faced much criticism following the Schofield scandal, with ITV staff questioned on exactly what they knew of the affair, leading to the broadcaster announcing they were bringing in Jane Mulcahy KC to carry out an external review to establish the facts. At the time, despite her pal's insistence that Holly had nothing to hide, Holly agreed to play her part in the inquiry amid her insistence she knew nothing of Phillip's affair. A source said at the time, Holly was more than happy to do what was asked of her, and explain her position, and what she knew, and what she didn't. How interesting. What she knew and what she didn't. To us, that suggests that she did know something. In our opinion, Holly has indeed played a part, perhaps even a major one, but nevertheless, a part in a much bigger puzzle, one that is so tangled and twisted, it could take years to unravel. Even if the deep and very dark truth did ever fully come to light, it would raise another problem. The story could be so unbelievable that it might not be believed at all. Indeed, that might be just how they get away with it, just like the unfortunate story of the boy who cried wolf, a tale of a shepherd boy who repeatedly tricks nearby villagers into thinking a wolf is attacking his flock. When the wolf actually does appear, the villagers do not believe the boy's cries for help, and the flock is destroyed. Now, what if that flock happened to be us, as ITV allegedly call us, the lowly tower block traces? Please like and subscribe for more journeys through the Blinkerhole. For entertainment purposes only. Keep up to date with our latest investigations and hit the join button. If you like what we do, send us a super thanks. Official Blinkerhole merchandise is available in store.